Assalamualaikum, Akifa. Welcome to Member Spotlight.
Assalamu alaikum, how are you?
Doing well, thank you. Thank you for being here today. Let's start with sharing about your journey, how you got to where you are today.
Yes, absolutely. Again, my name is Akifa. I am a healthcare attorney with a master's in health administration from Cornell and also a master's in biotechnology from Johns Hopkins. A little bit about my story. I was born in New York, raised in Zimbabwe. My dad is Pakistani. My mom is Indian, Zimbabwean Indian, and I grew up in Florida. So I took more of a traditional route with my education, studying the sciences, and decided to go to law school. At law school, you get a lot of different internships, opportunities where I was exposed to patent law and various clerkships, worked with the district attorney, attorney general. So this kind of, shaped what I wanted to do. Post law school, I got introduced into healthcare and then I never looked back. It was an amazing niche to be in. And so then things took off from there.
All right, that's good. And so, share with us what are you doing right now? The company that you are running.
Yeah, so there's two different projects we're working on. One is Qodiva, which is a women's health brand and essentially women's supplements for menstruation. We're trying to break certain cultural boundaries and also produce a product that will be a comprehensive menstrual supplement that addresses the various symptoms that women have during, their time of the month. The other project that I've been working on is Her Health AI, which is a femtech startup, an endometriosis diagnostic company. And I'm very proud to announce that we recently become a Microsoft startup, part of the Microsoft startup companies.
Okay, right. So, share with us about that one, the Her Health AI. What is specifically it is doing?
Yeah, absolutely. So Her Health AI is focused on having early detections for endometriosis. Endometriosis is a disease. 1 out of 10 women have endometriosis in the US, 200 million globally. It's called the silent epidemic because it's similar to diabetes, and women have a diagnostic rate. It takes about 10 years to get diagnosed. The reason for this is because the way to get diagnosed, the current gold standard, is through surgery, which is quite costly and invasive. So women will obviously not, try to go that route until it gets really bad. What we are doing at Her Health AI, I have amazing co-founders that have dedicated their entire life doing research and being true experts in this field. And we are trying to make an innovative and disruptive solution where we are diagnosing endometriosis non-invasively. And so that's what we've been working on this past year.
All right. And what is stage you are at with the company?
We are currently growing our company. Some of our accomplishments is we've incorporated this year. We got certain intellectual property. We've grown our team, and we've now developing our products. So we're currently in negotiations with trying to make a pilot program and just scale. So that's what we're doing right now.
Okay, that's exciting. And so your journey from like being an attorney to now running your you mentioned two projects that you are running or two companies that you are running. How has it been so far as
It's
an
been
entrepreneur?
It's been good, and actually, things all add as blocks to one another. I would say that my legal knowledge has been very valuable to run these companies, as well as a bit of my business degrees, because it all kind of comes together. Healthcare, legal compliance, regulatory. You're dealing with various agencies. For Her Health AI, we're dealing with the FDA, trying to get FDA approval, reimbursement, all types of things that you need to have some kind of background, in terms of business strategy, and having legal compliance is a perfect, complementary to doing that.
Okay. So when you were becoming an attorney, did you have this vision that this is what you'd be doing as you're doing now?
No, actually, things fall into your hand, and it's kind of, I didn't really ask to be in this space. It kind of found me. And so I did, have a bit of a drive. Of course, the reason I wanted to be a lawyer was I knew I wanted to make a change in some way. I always really liked having some kind of social impact, and all kinds of issues interest me, whether it was, discrimination, whether it's the environment, healthcare, education, all of those kind of social issues. But then, I had a science background. I didn't really know what to do with it. I got introduced to IP and then healthcare. And healthcare, it's universal. Everyone needs to, at some point, is involved with some sort of healthcare. There's huge issues with cost and access. So it really found me because I actually had my own personal health scare that made me realize, I'm very grateful to have knowledge, access, and resources. But, even with that, it was quite a complex situation to get the assistance I needed, in the US. So, what could I do with my role, with my network, where I could expand access to other people? So that's kind of, it really, sometimes things find you. So I'm very grateful for that.
All right. So where do you see the future of your company or projects in the next year or so?
So hopefully we would like to scale the companies, both companies. And also, we would hope that ultimately the mission behind it is providing access to women, women's healthcare would be there. There's more options for women. Right now, there's actually a women's sprint, right? So there's a lot of things that even legislatively has been going on to promote women's healthcare and healthcare in general. So if we could scale the company and actually be able to make that impact, I think we're an impact-driven company, and that would be, great achievements for both companies.
Okay, sounds good. So outside of work, what are your interests or hobbies?
Some of my interests, I've been an athlete my entire life. So I've actually played ice hockey my whole life. I dive, free diving, scuba diving. I love running, cross country, I used to do. So those kind of things. I'm a pretty active person. So love the beach, anything to do with being warm and in the sun. And I definitely love stand-up comedy. So those are a couple things that I enjoy.
Nice. So you do stand-up comedy.
But this is I've actually not really shown this side of my personality to accept very close friends, and I'm thinking about, maybe showing more of that side of me to the public or online. But I've had sets, for 10 years of comedy jokes that I've had, and my friends have told me you need to go and perform them, and I've, have been planning to go to a stand-up night, and I think that it's about time. So yeah, I'm actually pretty funny. I just don't show it, but I need to bring that side,
All right.
more to the
Yeah, for the
forefront.
time that I know you, I did not realize that you also do that. So
Yeah.
all right. So meetings or peer advisory group meetings would be more joyful now. So,
Yeah, definitely. We
all
have to
right.
have a fine balance of productivity and having some fun.
Yes, yes, definitely, definitely. So now what? You are launching two of your companies right now, and inshallah, both of them would be very successful very shortly. And what are the lessons that you have learned about being an entrepreneur, and what advice would you give to fellow entrepreneurs?
So I think some of the advice that I would give would certainly, be some characteristics for an entrepreneur would be one is to have integrity. And integrity means transparency, honesty, having a good reputation amongst your colleagues and your network. If you're going to make a promise, follow through, have good work product, So, firstly, is integrity. The second thing is, I would say, have some grit. So, be able to persevere and to be able to take those no's and be able to navigate a certain situation, that would best fit what you're working with, and having that ambition to not stop.
Mhm.
And the third thing would probably is intelligence, that eagerness to learn, be a sponge, evolve, be mindful, and understand that people that are in positions of being a CEO or a founder, they don't know it the first day on the job. They know it once they've gone through things, made mistakes, learned from them, and then, follow through. And that experience is what makes them be truly an entrepreneur. So I would say integrity, grit, and intelligence. And lastly, I think I would also say just kind of be true to your values, who you are, what legacy you want to leave here. So if you can focus on that kind of impact and the legacy of who you are and what you bring, to the world, I think those things would be a good, foundation to start any kind of project with.
Yes, yes. No, definitely. Those are all important elements. And so I'd like to thank you for being here today and sharing your journey. We are looking forward to be a support system for you to grow your company, to launch it and fully grown in the next year or so. So wish you all the best with that.
Thank you. It's an absolute pleasure, and it's honestly it's an honor to be here because this organization as a presence for entrepreneurs and people in the business world, it's critical to have a central hub like this, and to combine such amazing professionals. So thank you so much for all the work that you're doing as well.
Yeah. Thank you for being part of this journey and being a member with AMCOB.
Absolutely.
All right. Thank you, Sonic.
Well, thank you.